The drama surrounding Anthony Joshua has always been bigger than belts, bigger than records, bigger even than knockouts. It is the story of a man who carried the weight of modern boxing on his shoulders and was never allowed to simply exist in the middle ground. He was either the future of the sport or a fraud waiting to be exposed. There was never any mercy in between. From a humble kid out of Watford to an Olympic champion, from a fast-rising knockout artist to a unified heavyweight king, Joshua's career unfolded under a microscope that magnified every triumph and every flaw. And yet, time and time again, he stepped back into the fire when the narrative said he was finished. Few fights capture that truth more vividly than the night Anthony Joshua faced Vladimir Klitschko at Wembley Stadium. 90,000 fans packed the arena, the air thick with expectation and history. This was not just a fight, it was a crossroads. Klitschko, a decade-long ruler of the heavyweight division, was fighting for relevance, legacy, and the right to prove he was not a relic of a fading era. Joshua, still early in his professional career, was fighting for validation. His perfect record, his knockouts, his hype all came with a lingering question. Could he survive real adversity against a master of the craft? The opening rounds told a cautious story. Klitschko used every inch of his experience, pumping the jab, controlling distance, refusing to give Joshua the explosive exchanges he thrived on. Joshua looked tense, aware of the moment, aware of the stakes. Then the fight cracked open. In the fifth round, Joshua exploded with speed and violence, dropping Klitschko hard and igniting Wembley into chaos. For a brief moment, it looked like the coronation had arrived early. But boxing has a cruel way of punishing impatience. Joshua chased the finish, burned energy, and left openings that only a veteran could see. What followed was the most frightening moment of Joshua's early career. Klitschko, calm and calculating, landed a devastating right hand that sent Joshua crashing to the canvas. The image was shocking. The golden heavyweight, flat on his back, struggling to gather himself. Klitschko took control, methodically draining him, landing clean shots while Joshua fought exhaustion, doubt, and survival. Many believed the fight had slipped away. This was the moment where hype dies and legends are exposed. Instead, something else happened. Joshua endured. He stayed upright when his legs begged him not to. And in the championship rounds, he found a second wind that changed everything. In the 11th, Joshua unleashed a savage right uppercut that sent Klitschko reeling. The veteran tried to hold on, but the momentum had shifted permanently. Joshua swarmed, dropped him again, and forced the referee to step in. Relief washed over his face as much as triumph. That night, Joshua did not just win a belt. He passed a test of heart that no highlight reel could ever show. If Klitschko was the night Joshua proved his courage, Andy Ruiz Jr. was the night the world tried to take everything from him. Madison Square Garden was supposed to be Joshua's American arrival, a showcase before megafights and global superstardom. Ruiz was a late replacement, overlooked because he did not fit the image. What happened instead became one of the greatest upsets in heavyweight history. Joshua was dropped, hurt, and stopped by a man nobody believed in. The narrative flipped instantly. Joshua went from face of boxing to exposed hype in the span of a few rounds. But that loss revealed the most important trait of Joshua's career: accountability. He did not hide from it. He did not blame luck or circumstance. He rebuilt himself from the ground up. Speed replaced bulk. Discipline replaced bravado. When the rematch arrived, Joshua boxed with patience and maturity, refusing to trade recklessly, refusing to give Ruiz the chaos he thrived in. He circled, jabbed, and controlled every second of the fight. It was not flashy. It was not violent. It was brilliant. Joshua reclaimed his titles and proved that intelligence could be just as dangerous as power. Years later, when questions about his confidence and direction resurfaced, Joshua once again found himself in a fight that carried symbolic weight. Francis Ngannou represented more than an opponent. He represented a challenge to boxing itself. A crossover star from MMA, armed with raw power and belief, coming off a controversial performance against Tyson Fury that convinced many he belonged at the elite level. The pressure on Joshua was immense. Lose, and the sport takes a massive hit. Win quietly, and critics would still talk. The demand was simple: make a statement. Joshua did not rush. He stayed composed, patient, and surgical. In the first round, he timed Ngannou perfectly and dropped him with a clean right hand that snapped reality into place. In the second, he showed no mercy. Another knockdown. Then the finish. A devastating right cross that sent Ngannou unconscious to the canvas, ending the fight instantly. Doctors rushed in. The crowd fell silent. Boxing had its answer. Joshua had defended the honor of the sport in the most brutal way possible. This is the thread that runs through Anthony Joshua's career. Not invincibility, but resilience. He has been dropped, doubted, and dismissed more times than most champions ever experience. Yet he keeps returning, adjusting, evolving. His career is not defined by perfection, but by response. By the willingness to stand in moments that would break others. Now, as new challengers talk loud and new spectacles line up, the question returns once again. Not whether Anthony Joshua can punch. Not whether he looks the part. But whether the fire that carried him through Klitschko, through Ruiz, through humiliation and redemption, still burns bright enough to silence the noise one more time. So now the floor is yours. Where does Anthony Joshua truly rank among the heavyweights of this era? Has he already cemented his legacy? Or is the defining chapter still waiting to be written? Can he continue proving that grit and willpower matter just as much as power in this sport? Drop your thoughts in the comments, let the debate run, and if you want more cinematic, story-driven boxing breakdowns like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss what comes next.